Bardin, and I'll be guiding through today's episode. I'm so excited to present today's guest. On today's episode, we have Kiyundra Jones, the CEO and president of Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce. We also have Layne, celebrity photographer, and Business of the Week, Fowler Construction and Roofing. And now, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the man in the kitchen, connecting the dots from entertainment to food, giving us wisdom every day. Give it up for our host, Ricky Booker.
Welcome back to a brand new episode in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers. I'm your host, Ricky Booker. There are so many things in the world that brings us together. Good food, a little bit of conversation does it every time. And in the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers, we love feeding your soul. Today's guest, she's a realtor, CEO and president of Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce. Let's give a warm welcome for Kiyundra Jones.
Hello there. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good to see you.
Oh, you always working. It was hard to get you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
We want to jump right in because she's the president, CEO, and she's actually a person that I didn't think ever make mistakes. But she got some disasters. Tell me a little bit about what you had going on with your grandmother while you tearing up the kitchen.
Well, let me tell you, I do not belong in the kitchen at all. I was sharing earlier when you guys asked me about kitchen disasters. I was like, which kitchen disaster can I talk about? Because I've got plenty of them.
Is that many?
It's okay. Plenty of disasters.
We're gonna give me the best one.
So the best one was I was just learning how to cook. I was a teenager, and who better to call than my grandmother to learn how to fry chicken. So she tells me all the things, right? Except I didn't realize I didn't need a frying pan. I needed a pot to actually fry chicken. So I overfilled it with grease. And needless to say, there was a disaster because I put too much
because it got
chicken.
too hot and it bubbled out of the...
Yes. So I just ran. So
that's the best thing to do. But you say now, that's a fire.
that was a fire. That was a fire.
But I could tell you this, I'm not saying all women can't cook, but man, the things that you do, really, you don't have time to cook. She do a lot of catering, y'all. She got a lot of catering going. Good catering.
That's right.
But we're going to keep you out of the kitchen.
That's exactly right.
We're going to talk about what it is you got going on as a boss.
Okay.
And the female president of the Oakcliff Commerce.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to sit down, and I want to know the whole story from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
All right, we're here at the sit down with Kiyundra Jones, and she ordered off the menu red velvet waffles and chicken. And our lovely Amber is bringing it.
Miss Kiyundra, are you ready for us to feed your soul?
I am. Oh my goodness.
We also gave you a side of KOD sauce. That's our special wing sauce for dipping too. You can try that as well. But I'm gonna let you get right in on that, and we're gonna talk about. But I'm gonna let you get what they call the fix first.
Oh, this looks amazing. Okay, so tell me what sauce goes with what?
Okay, that's syrup.
Okay.
Sometimes on the red velvet, people don't even use the syrup.
Oh, well, I'm gonna
But you
try
can try
it
without the syrup.
This looks so good. Now, I'm gonna tell you, we had some of these at the chamber the other day, and my God, they melted. It just melted in our mouths.
See, the secret to at the restaurants, we do regular waffles, but at our new concept, which is the Express, we do deep fried waffles.
Really?
Oh, the deep fried is off the chain. You'll be going over there all the time, and the Express is probably maybe about 3 miles from y'all, 4 miles. Ain't too far.
Okay. So this is good without the syrup,
Yes.
actually. So I'm gonna taste it with the syrup. That's really good.
So now you got to. Now, we already had this conversation. We eating and we having a conversation. So I want you to grab one of them wings, dip it in that sauce, and do it like you would do it at home.
Let's see.
Don't be here proper.
Now, what kind of sauce is this?
It's called KOD sauce. That's the sauce, a special sauce that we named after when we had our entertainment club. And we also have it on the market too.
But it smells so good. Now, y'all don't want me deep frying this.
Oh yeah, you got too many disasters. I don't want you nowhere around. We're gonna let you watch when we cook.
Oh, that's really good. It's got a little spice to it.
Yes,
That's
sweet
really
and spicy.
good.
But all right, we're gonna talk a little bit about you now. I'm gonna let you. You can anytime you want to take a bite, you can take a bite. Too.
Okay.
Getting started with the Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce. Let's start at the beginning.
Oh my goodness. So it is a long story. So I started out as a teen mother. And I moved to Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm from Jacksonville, Texas, but I moved to Jacksonville, Florida with a little baby.
Okay.
When I was just a teenager. So I was there in real estate for about 10 years. And as we all know, the bubble burst there on the
Yes.
East Coast.
Yes.
And so trying to get ahead of that, I moved back to Texas, but Dallas. I came to Dallas trying to get ahead of the real estate bubble bursting, and I was met here with the same problem. So I really needed a job, and I heard that the Oakcliff Chamber was hiring. I had no money. I had a little baby. And so I walked into the office. My predecessor, his name was Bob Stimson. And I said, listen, I heard you were hiring. Show me to my office.
Oh, so you already, okay.
So I was just confident that he was going to hire me. I knew I needed a job. I had no money. So I was like, show me to my office. There is nothing here that needs to be done that I cannot do. So just show me to my office. So he laughed. He laughed at me. I was serious. And I knew I needed the money. And so he threw away those resumes, and I started working that day.
Wow.
It was May the 15th, 2007, that I started with the Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce.
That's been a long time ago.
It has been a long time. And I later found out that there had never been another black person
And I was getting
hired.
ready to say that too, that from your bio and some of the information I had, you was the first black person, not female, first black individual to be hired there.
That is exactly right. I was the first. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't walk in with that knowledge. So how it happened is our first board meeting, I looked around, and I was the only black person in there. And after the meeting, I asked my predecessor, I said, where's the brown people? And he said, you're it.
Wow.
You're it. And I then started asking, okay, this organization, why does it not represent its community? I mean, Oakcliff is primarily majority minority.
Right.
And so if the organization was designed to create services for the community, why weren't we being represented? And so he couldn't answer that question. And that's where my journey began at the chamber.
So, I did a little research myself before. I'm originally from Oklahoma City, but I did find out that Oakcliff wasn't predominantly minority. So when it first started, that's probably the reason why, and they never accepted the change.
That's exactly right.
So-
So it used to be a city, Oakcliff. And so it was annexed into the city of Dallas when it did not perform as it should have. But yes, it was predominantly white and a very prominent area at one point. And in fact, the developer of Oakcliff and Highland Park were friends.
Oh, okay.
They were friends and they fell out. So if you ever go to Highland Park and you compare it to North Oakcliff, there's lots of similarities
Right.
because the developers were good friends
Right.
that fell out.
It probably had to do with some properties.
Probably. Probably.
In 2007, did you immediately become the CEO and the president, or how long was that journey before you became the CEO and president?
No, I did not. I really wanted to take care of my baby. That was my primary objective for going in and getting a job and working hard. It took me about 7 years to become the CEO, and it was not intentional. My predecessor said, hey, I'm passing you the torch. You were meant for this. You were made for this. I've taught you. I'm leaving.
And he was right.
And he, well, I don't know about that, but he left. And so I've been in that role since 2014.
So 7 years later, and now we're in 2023 and you're still going.
Yes.
And I never understood, and I still don't. So I want you to explain to me now, and also our viewers, what is Chambers? What is it?
I love when people ask me that question. So a chamber of commerce is designed to support its community. And so every chamber of commerce is different. And the Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce, which by the way, is the oldest chamber in the city of Dallas. So we're 103 years old. We're the oldest one. So we are designed to support the community, primarily the business community. And so that will look different from chamber to chamber. And so we, as a Chamber of Commerce, we do everything from helping you. Let's say you were looking at a piece of property and you needed help from the city of Dallas with zoning.
Right.
The zoning was incorrect. We as an organization could get behind our businesses and help you get a variance if need be, help you get a change, whatever that is. We
Right.
get behind our members, and from a legislative standpoint, we can be a support for you. We are your advocate. Now that's one thing. We are different things to different businesses. If you're a business that's looking to grow your business, then we can help in that regard. We do the typical networking kind of things. We do that. All chambers do that. But what makes us unique is that we listen to our community and we design our program in and around the entire Oakcliff, which is what was missing before I was promoted to this role. We were just interested in the past in supporting white business, but now it has been my goal and mission to make sure we support the entire Oakcliff. So we've created programs like Oakcliff Works, which we are the only chamber that does workforce development. We take the impoverished and we give them skill sets and get them working. We put them on career paths. We're the only one that does that. We have the Taste of Oakcliff for restaurants just like this. We allow your restaurant to be spotlighted because we all know Oakcliff has a perception problem, not a reality problem. We, like the rest of the world, to know how amazing our businesses are that they are in Oakcliff. So that's why we have the Taste of Oakcliff. I could go on and on about the programs.
But I love, because now you educated me, because I didn't understand what the chambers were, and I knew it was something there because there's a lot of networking. But one thing I did know, when you just spoke on about how the community is involved with the businesses, we got voted New Business of the Year 2022 and won, and we had no idea that the community was paying attention to us and voted us in, and we won, and that was amazing to me. So I started paying attention a lot more, because at first I don't believe in something that I don't understand. So I'm not saying I didn't believe in it because Oakcliff Chambers or whatever the chambers were, I just didn't understand it. I like to educate myself, so I've been kind of watching things, and she's right. They do get involved. They got a lot of networking programs, and just like anything else, it's a membership, but it's pennies compared to what you get out of the membership at Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce.
That's right. So our basic membership is only $350 a year, and that's, $28 a month, and that's an investment in your business.
Yep.
And so we have other types of things. If you need to get in front of elected officials, we have VIP events that allow you to rub elbows with the very elected officials that are decision makers about your business.
Yep.
And so those people that you ordinarily would not be able to get FaceTime with, the Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce allows you to
I'll
do
share
that.
some experiences that I've had so far, what she's talking about. I met Tanel Atkins, and he also helped me with my beer and wine license for our mimosas. They had shut it down. Tanel actually got involved to where it moved forward.
Okay,
I've met Casey Thomas, and I got these guys' phone number, and they call me and text me, give me a reservation for come in to eat. So these things, this is true facts. I'm one of the ones that understand and believe in the chambers now, and I got a lot from of it. And just like I said, $350 at first, I was like, $350? Man, I ain't paying that. I don't know nothing about that. But after I started understanding and going around it and being around, you find a lot of people and you meet a lot of people, from bankers, community directors, just getting learned. Like I said, I didn't understand how to get back at the city after they shut me down. But being that Tanel Atkins is in my district, I reached out and he called me back immediately and fixed it in 2 days. Tell everybody what's next. What's coming up next for you and the chambers?
There are so many things. So I want to speak very quickly about our most recent activity, which was Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah.
That you just mentioned.
I loved it. I seen the footage of it. I loved it.
We just recently had a Shark Tank networking event where we allowed our businesses to come together and come up with a pitch, and we had our celebrity judges that was there. So that was amazing. And we like to do really easy type of networking events that allow our community to get engaged and get to know each other. So that's one of the things that we do from a networking perspective, but we have a Leadership Oakcliff class that's coming up. And so for all of our emerging leaders, we want to make sure that Leadership Oakcliff, they get involved with Leadership Oakcliff. What it does is it takes you around the entire Oakcliff, and you meet all the movers and shakers in those respective areas, be it government or education or the justice system, whatever. You will meet everyone that you need to know in the Oakcliff area. So Leadership Oakcliff is our next up and coming project.
It's one thing that I need to go back real quick that I didn't get to talk to you about. the real estate part of it. How you, tell me what's going on with that.
So I'm also a realtor. I will tell you the real estate market has changed so much over the last couple of years that I'm not as active as I once was.
Right.
And so I am so busy with the Chamber of Commerce that I sell a couple of houses a year, but I don't focus that much on it.
But you created the commerce to keep you busy, so the Chamber of Commerce is doing that because how active you are with it.
Yes.
And you care about it. If we have any members out there and viewers, let them know where they can get in touch with you and whatever. Give them all the news.
Okay. To become a member of the Oakcliff Chamber of Commerce, visit us on our website at www.oakcliffchamber.org, or you can check us out on Instagram at Oakcliff Chamber, or you can give us a call at 214-943-4567.
And if you're from Oakcliff, everybody know this. It's the tall bank building on Zane.
That's right.
I just say it. Zane and Beckley, right
That's
there on the
right.
corner. You can't miss it.
That's right. Thank you.
I really enjoyed you being on the show,
Thank you for
Kiyundra,
having me.
and I'm gonna see you soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Bryson Fowler of Fowler Construction and Roofing. Got a leaky roof? Got hail damage? Feel free to give us a call at 972-815-5697 or check out our Facebook at FowlerConstructARoof.com or go to FowlerRoofingPros.com or check out our Instagram at Fowler Roofing Pros.
Our next guest, he's a celebrity photographer, owner of Vision 2 Reality Studios. Let's give a warm welcome for Layne. Come on, man. You on TV now. You coming in all cool. I know you can't run no more.
Hey, I'm in there. I'm in shape.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. You been good?
Good, man. Then I know I've been behind a couple of your cameras. Now you behind mine. This is my show now. How you do what I tell you, dog.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man.
Man, you know, I usually I have a segment where I talk about kitchen disasters, but I already know you. You're a good cook. You over here looking like Gerald Levert, so I
I'm
know
a chef, man.
So you do good.
Chef.
Well, let's talk about the good thing what you love to cook.
Man, you gonna put me on the spot like
Yeah,
that?
I am. You love to do something because look at you looking like me.
You should have stopped me 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. That's a
I'm
blessing.
down 100 pounds, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, tell me what you doing. Give me some of that water when we get to
I got you.
talk
It's in the
about
car.
it. Okay.
Nah, man, my favorite dish to cook is spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
I know that's everybody's thing.
I was getting ready to say, man, that's after church, corn, green beans, and spaghetti, man.
I
That's
ain't do all that.
You don't need just spaghetti.
Just spaghetti.
I like spaghetti too, though.
With a little sugar in it.
Yeah, a little.
And some breakfast brothers seeds. Ever since I got that, I put that in everything.
I know. I be seeing you on your videos.
Hey, everything. It works.
So you can't have no disaster deal with that breakfast brothers
Yeah,
stuff.
you can't.
Well, man, I'm just gonna ask you this: What made you decide? Because I know you formerly from Little Rock, Arkansas. Mm-hmm. What made you decide to move here and start taking pictures?
Man, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I came down here. It was a year that the Mavericks won.
2011.
Yes, I came down here and visited, and that was my first. I'm from the country, like the country. We got one store, country. So I came down here and I visited. I was like, man, this is nice. You know, so I came down. I was like, man, everything was just perfect. I don't know if y'all set that up for when I came or what, but
Now, if you was from the country with one store,
Hey.
that wasn't set up. You just
It was
had to see the world.
It was so much. It was so much going on, just everything. You know, it's just like I loved it. So I just told my mom, I said, look, I'm finna move here. I'm moving to Dallas when I turn 19. I'm moving, and she didn't believe me, and I did.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk a lot more at the sit down. I want you to hold the thought because I'm gonna talk about that country and what made you get a camera into the big city. Big city guy now. Don't talk about Little Rock. I've been in Little Rock before.
Hey, that's the place to be.
Nah.
Gotta represent.
But we're gonna come at the sit down. We're gonna talk some more. All right, we're here at the sit down with the celebrity photographer Layne. He ordered catfish fried rice.
really?
Big boy meal.
Yeah.
I love the Emery bringing it to it.
Layne, are you ready for us to feed yourself?
Appreciate it, love.
Man, I'm gonna let you take your
Ah,
first
man.
bite. This is your first thing because you a regular at Breakfast Brothers. You usually get the
Hey, man, the wings.
the wings, the
Young
KOD
wings,
wings.
man.
Call me in the middle of the night, man. Y'all open? I told him in the same store we close at 5, man. He'll call me at 9 p.m. Y'all open? Same
I'm
thing.
used to the club life.
Oh yeah. It's good together.
Yes, I eat most of it on my fish.
Yeah, this is what again. He wanted catfish fried rice, viewers, and then he asked for mustard. I said, "What you gonna do with mustard?" And where's your collard greens? You ordered collard greens too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you did. See, look, fat man don't even know what he ordered. He just did a buffet.
All right.
But we gonna get right into it. You know, earlier when we was in the kitchen, I asked you about where you came from, where you got started. But go ahead, take that take that collard green fix.
Okay.
That's exactly what you finna need. Was that?
What's this in here? Chicken?
That's turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't no pork.
Brother,
Ain't
brother,
no swine.
brother.
I eat swine though, so. But the world, we got to tone it down. This first time you had the collard greens?
Yeah, I ain't know you do everything. I think I got granny, grandma back there cooking. Who granny in the kitchen? Don't nobody make collard greens at a regular restaurant.
No. Not like that. Not like that. This is
That's
all
good.
fresh. But you told me that you showed up in Dallas from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I want to start. Let's get started from the beginning on how you became a photographer.
Man, it's crazy. I was doing music. And, I had a buddy of mine taking pictures for me and stuff. But you know how some people kind of get complacent. I'm gonna use that word.
Right.
I'm gonna say lazy. Lazy.
Lazy.
Lazy.
Say we're gonna use that word, especially on this show.
Yeah, so, and I was like, man, I got mad. I was like, man, I'm gonna get my own camera. So my mom, shout out to my mom, Tammy, she bought me a camera. It was a Canon T3i. And I set it in my closet for like a year. I ain't even use it.
So you wasn't even taking pictures. You didn't have nothing to do with it.
I'm a Scorpio. We petty.
Yeah, my
So-
son Ricky the same way.
Yep. Look, accidentally got into something. I'm like, dang. Look, trying to be despiteful with it. Now
I gotta ask her. I met your mother. She's hilarious. Now, what made her decide I got this rapper son? I'm gonna make him a photographer. What made her go buy that camera?
Cause she was thinking, okay, he need to do his own videos and photos.
Oh,
but she
okay.
ain't know nothing. She ain't know what to get. She was like, I like, Mom, just give me a T3i. And hold on one second. I'm fasting. She got me a T3i, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to, back then, I ain't trying to say like I'm old. I'm a little younger than Ricky, y'all. But we had YouTube, but back then it wasn't as popular. I was about to say, back then we had YouTube.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I just was, learning, trying to figure out how to work it and everything. And I just put up in the closet for a year. A whole year.
So we're gonna fast forward. Once you got to the camera and you decided, you had some obstacles that you had to deal with before you even got to the point where you felt comfortable even picking up. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
I know sometimes people don't want to talk about the real. I want people to know what the real M Layne, what you went through.
Man, so I was living in Denton, Texas. The old player. I
Yeah.
had it. I always had them women just around with friends. And man, I kind of basically was really into, when I start something, I want to finish it. So I was really trying to take pictures. I mean, you remember I was your daughter, I was doing photo shoots for your daughter.
Right, her parties.
For her bit, you know what I'm saying? I was doing everything. But at the same time, I wasn't making no money doing it. I was really just struggling. And I had a money collar. I was sleeping in a Bunny Bray at Walmart. I was sleeping in the car for I say about a week. But I was going and playing fitness at that membership where you pay $10.
Right.
And that whole month I was able to go in there and shower and stuff. And then I wasn't doing no type of working out. I go in there and shower, sleep. But I was dedicated every time I was in that car. And I had a post a long time ago. I was like, I want my loft, I want my studio, I want to get this and that. So when I sleep at night, and I know this sounds cliche because people do this, but I had that vision of where I wanted to be, so that's what kept me going, So it was like,
That's not cliche. That's a common goal because it's instilled in you.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you accept being homeless, then you're gonna be homeless.
Yeah.
You didn't accept it. You was sleeping in your car at Walmart,
yeah,
taking showers,
and planning
and
fitness,
planning
shout out to Planet
and started working out.
I'm still with them to this day. But yeah, so it was just, I was doing that, man. And, I was coming to the club, eating your wings, and, it was just fun.
I didn't have any clue that
You
was
would never
going
know.
on. No.
Because I'm always
Kept a
grinding.
smile. Always
That's
done
me,
something.
that's I be. So I just kind of embraced it, like, what am I doing wrong? And I realized I went aggressive with myself as far as, you need to charge this. You're giving good quality work, and
Right.
you doing photo shoots for people business for free, and they selling stuff. The stuff that you taking pictures of, they're selling it. So why shouldn't they pay you if they're getting paid, So I took that in consideration and kind of just, my friend Orlando, he allowed me to sleep on his couch. I stayed, and I'm keeping it real because I don't care, because I'm very successful
Well,
now.
that's what the show. We want the reality of how people
'cause if
success.
people
People
go through
need
this,
to know
so, yeah.
because there's somebody that may be viewing or listening that need to know. Just because you homeless or something's going wrong in your life,
I went
figure
home
out
now.
what
I'm
it
sleeping.
is. You was homeless if you was sleeping in your car.
Hey,
No.
I could have went on back home.
No, you could have went on back home, but that was in Little Rock. But you
That's
decided.
hot sauce, goddamn. I be sweating. That ain't Louisiana.
That's Little Rock.
That's some Little Rock hot
No,
sauce.
but you stayed and you turned Layne Photography into what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk a little bit about the future or what it is now.
Okay. I've been very successful with it. I got a team now. I got a few studios. I opened one of the biggest studios in Dallas. Then I opened a loft. Actually, the loft that it's called Vision to Reality Studios. I actually got that now, and it's where you can come where. What I realized about studios is the comfort of people.
Right.
They want to feel as though it's comfort. You know, instead of going corporate, try to be all in this building, I want you to feel like you're at home when you walk in. Like, oh, the TV there, the couch. They can sit over there and watch TV. Come over here and shoot is big enough. You know, you've been there.
That's what when you shot I did a culinary high school competition, and we did the photo shoot there, and it was absolutely what you said, the comfort of that.
Make you feel comfortable so they feel more comfortable taking their pictures.
Right.
You know, so that's the vibe I was going for. And I'm just building that.
And what's the name of that studio's name?
Vision to Reality Studios.
And man, it comes from, we didn't talk about all the things that you had going on there, but he's done a lot of things. And what year was that when you first got here again?
You gonna put me on the spot like that?
That's all right.
Whenever it was a long time ago. Whenever Dallas won something.
Oh, so that's 2011. The Mavericks won the championship. So 2011. Now we're in 2023. A decade later, you went from sleeping in your car in Walmart, using this fitness center people for their showers.
Appreciate shout out to y'all.
Yeah, for where you are now. But if anybody want to get in touch with you, because I know he's sitting here eating more than he is talking about his
Man,
business.
because I'm hungry. He had me sitting all day. I'm waiting on this. All day.
This is Layne Photography, y'all.
8 o'clock, y'all.
Tell everybody how they can get in touch with you if they want to get some photos.
How y'all doing? So this one I'm gonna tell y'all. Layne Photography. That's MLAYNE Photography. And you can also follow Vision to Reality Studios. Because I took a vision and I turned it into reality. This hot sauce is hot. I turned it into a reality, so.
Did you tell them your Instagram where they can get with you?
Layne Photography.
Okay.
Mr. Best in your city.
All right. And once again, if you want what you've seen today on the menu, we got 3 locations. The foundation is Arlington, 130 East Bardin Road, Arlington, Texas. We open 6 days a week, close on Tuesdays, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Second location is in Redbird area. It's 3704 West Camp Wisdom. We're 7 days a week there, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our newest concept is called Breakfast Brothers Express. We early a.m.s and overnight, 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, midnight to 2 p.m. And I'm your host. Join me next week, Ricky.
But I can't get no wings.
That's it.